It's time to wake up to the cool side of the pillow. Podcast, that is. While not an actual pillow, it serves as a metaphor for the playgrounds of our collective subconscious. Cool Side of the Pillow is a show about dreams, not goals or aspirations, you sillies. Rather a show that delves into dreams of listeners, just like you. So keep listening, dreamers, our resident experts. And I use that term loosely. Josh and Vince will do their best to navigate listener-submitted dreams while providing insights and, dare I say it, a dash of fun. Please, just try to enjoy it.
In this episode, Vince and Josh find team building to be a real pizza work. Plus, we hear from one dreamer about their frolic through a field of marigolds, and another dreamer shares their department store adventure. All that and more today on Cool Side of the Pillow.
Hark! Do mine ears hear an angel? It's only Josh. I do like that bit, though. Oof, not that bit, though. Not one bit.
Hello again, Vince. You're already here. Early bird and the worm, huh?
I never liked that meal or band.
When did you get in?
Get in? Get into what?
Our office/workspace.
Hip. Home sweet home.
No. You really gotta stop living here, solitary man.
Oh, you classic Josh. Joshing around per usual, silly. Let me just put my blankie away.
Aw, look at all the little unicorns. And stains. Ugh.
Jealous?
Gross. Please stop.
What? It's just ice cream. Oh, whoops, not that one.
God, please don't tell me.
Then don't ask. But if you really want to know, and I hope you do, because I'm telling you regardless, the purple stains taste like snozzberries.
So what have you been up to, during the break, my furry little friend?
Well, I could ask you the very same thing. Just where have you been? Don't you worry. I have aliases as well. Josh, or should I call you Gordon Dupree?
Huh?
Don't play coy and handsome with me, Gordon Dupree. I'm tired of that board game. Save your stories for the studio cats, because this cat ain't hearing it. Ooh, they're howling at the moon.
Vince, it's 2 p.m. Afternoon.
Well, afternoon to you, governor.
No, it's not the nighttime. Why are they howling?
I mean, they don't know what's going on, and I like to keep them guessing. Isn't that right, Chunky Smork?
Anyways, want to see some of the cool stuff I purchased since we got the show renewed?
Do I?
I hope so.
Well, then I guess I do, bucko.
First of all, look at all these foam fingers.
Whoa. They're literally just foam fingers that you slide over your own finger. Weird. I've never seen that before. Why not the whole hand?
You don't need the whole hand. Just up to 10 individual digits. That way, they really stand out.
Uh-huh.
I can totally eat more pizza helpings with these puppies.
Très magnifique. Guess I'll throw out all of these useless utensils. So long, spoons. Suck it. See you in hell. And to combat our messiness, Cool Side of the Pillow branded heavy-duty napkins.
Ooh la la. Encore, encore. Show me more.
Absolutamente, mi amor.
Wait, save some of that energy before we can feast. Feast your beady little eyes on what's outside.
Holy diamonds of Neil. I really need to tidy up the backyard and maybe get rid of some of those compost piles. I just don't think mayo decomposes like it used to. Thanks, President Government.
No, the other window.
My eyes? The windows to one's soul?
No, actual window.
Sweet Caroline. Bump, bump, bound. That's one chonky monster truck. Is that the same one you've been obsessed with for what seems like forever and a day?
Yes, it's one and the same. Want to go for a ride? Wait. Why are my feet wet?
You're excited too, aren't you?
The pipe in the executive work desk burst. There's water and ink everywhere. The efficiency. Won't someone please think of the lack of efficiency?
Grab my tape sculptures.
You mean all these wads of tape?
Art, am I right? One man's David is another man's Dave. Besides, it's concept art. Capiche?
I don't know if I can fix this pipe. I'm in over my head here.
I mean, the water's not that deep yet.
Yeah, I better call my cousin.
Who, Ian?
No, he's a great plumber. But I meant Bubba.
Who?
My cousin.
Your cousin?
Yeah, Big Bubba.
Huh?
He's my boobaless bubby, my cousin Big Bubba.
My boobaless bubby, my cousin Big Bubba. My boobaless bubby, my cousin Big Bubba. My boobaless bubby, my cousin Big Bubba. My boobaless bubby, my cousin Big Bubba. Big Bubba. Boobaless bubby, big cousin Big Bubba. My boobaless bubby, my 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 cousin Big Bubba. Big Bubba. Big Bubba. Big Bubba. Big Bubba. Big Bubba.
Vince, are you okay? Vince, are you okay?
Blurble. Yeah, but I'm wetter than a toaster in a sad man's bath. Help! Anyways, I'm gonna start cleaning up this water.
While I call him, let's cut to commercial.
Hello all, I'm Richard Martin Lloyd Walters, Esquire. Ever heard of it? While other attorneys play games, I don't nap. I will get you your money. What do I specialize in? How about life? I've been called a prodigy, but truly, I'm the GOAT. If your parents are guilty of being too bossy, stingy with screen time, or they caught you lawfully eating your own Halloween candy, you could be entitled to compensation and probably a lot more. I might be only 12 years old, but if my entire 2 years of experience has taught me anything, it's that I'm a winner. So before you get handcuffed for not finishing your homework and have to go to bed early, give me a call at 555-KIDS-RULE. That's 555-KDZ-RULE.
Little Ricky, it's time for your bedtime story.
You're out of order. The whole household is out of order. I'll hold you in contempt. Contempt to conspire against your own child, you sicko.
Don't wait. Call now. 555-KIDS-RULE. That's 555-KDZ-RULE.
Mention this ad and we'll throw in a complimentary Capri Sun with your free consultation.
Cool side of the pillow.
Well, Vince, I have good news.
Lay it on me, Huey Lewis.
This just in. Bubba said he can fix it.
Reporting live from my home, our workspace. This is Vincent Grimble with the 345 Action News.
Your last name isn't Grimble.
I know, it's my alias/stage name, and it's not exactly 345, you dim-dim. It's 350. Hello?
Hello? He just needs a few minutes, and... Oh, wait, he's done. What's that, Bubba? Okay, just one sec. Vince, I'm gonna go hash out the bill with my cousin. Do you mind sopping up, all this water? I'll be right back. What the? Oh, I'm pushing and pulling at the same time. Clearly, it's one of those newer knob-based door systems. Silly Josh. Will I ever learn? I sure hope not.
Okay, I promise I won't eavesdrop. He said sopping. I better get a straw and a big old moonshine jug.
Okay, lay it on me, cuz. Okay.
Man, I can't understand what they're saying. But I know one thing. There are too many bubbles in this office water. Wait, there shouldn't be any bubbles. Wait, no. It's the perfect amount of bubbles.
Ah. Okay. No. Yes. No! All right. I guess. Yes. Maybe. Okay, then. I love you too. Whoa, Vince. You got rid of all that water. Where are those sloshing noises coming from? Wait, what did you do with all that water?
It went comfortably into me belly.
Oh, Vince.
Is la 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 ba ba dun 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 leaving? I want to wave bye-byes to him. Bye-bye, Big Bubba. Wait, Joshua, why is the monster truck driving away from the office?
Well, my guy, I had to sell it to pay for the pipe repair.
But who will repair the burst pipe in my heart?
Don't fret, my pet. Look at what Bubba found in the glove box.
Oh, sweet. Looks like a team building presentation. It's called Building the Team. And look at all the cool images of pizza pies and sweaty mozzarella. I'll just slide this right into the old DVD player.
Oh, dang it. I need an extension cord to plug in the DVD player.
They're in the closet near the two closets.
Okay. Maybe let's do a dream first, and then the team building video.
All right, well, let me rock out a quick email, and let's CC the cats our itinerary, because after all, they make this house a home. Workspace. A home. They make this an efficient workspace where neither host secretly lives in.
All right, Vince, we got this next dream coming at us fresh out the oven. It's from Jenny. She emailed us, and I took that email, turned it into speech from her text. Here we go.
Dummy.
Howdy, cool side of the pillow, aka CSP.
That's us.
My name is Jenny. I'm a long-time listener and first-time emailer.
Never used email before?
I have this super wacky dream that I want you to interpret for me.
Whack away.
In my dream, I was in a field. In this field, there were some trees, there was a bush, maybe even 2 bushes, and best of all, loads of marigolds. I was so happy. I love marigolds, so that's why I was so happy.
Marigolds in my hand.
I was just running around, frolicking and soaking up the sun and the warm glow of the marigolds. I rolled around in them and kissed them.
Ew.
I was so happy to be surrounded by all these lovely marigolds.
Canceled.
Then I got sad. I got sad because it all started to fade away. So, then, I started to cry, because I knew in my heart of hearts that I wasn't going to be able to stay in this field forever. I knew that I had to leave my precious marigolds behind.
Well, there's that word again.
I didn't want to ever let go of this place, so I grabbed a handful of earth and then I picked up a single beautiful marigold, which I then plunged into the dirt that was in my hand.
It's not how it works.
I just stood there looking at it, this gorgeous marigold in my hand. At this point I was bawling, crying, between losing everything and the breathtaking marigold sitting triumphantly in my hand. Tears were running down from my face and falling into my hand. The tears from my face made the dirt wet. This then made the stunning marigold in my hand begin to grow.
Well, that's neat.
It grew bigger and bigger and bigger, and then even bigger, and then even bigger still.
Bigger and bigger.
It grew so big, in fact, that my precious marigold started to become too heavy for me to hold up. The weight of the gigantic marigold became so much for me that it pushed me down into the ground. I got scared at this point because it was too heavy for me to get out from under, and it was connected to my hand, like I was a part of it.
I reckon so.
I was then pushed down into the soil, and I started to suffocate, and that's when I woke up. This was a weird dream because I can't do that in real life, grow marigolds in my hand. What does all this mean, cool side of the pillow? I would absolutely love for you two to interpret my dream for me and then tell me what it means on your podcast. Thanks, yours truly, Jenny.
Well, Jenny, I think first things first, someone needs to show you how to use email. Clever girl. No, yeah, that was a doozy. That sounded vaguely familiar. Like I've heard that dream before, but in the distant past.
It's one of those classic dreams, I think, with the marigolds and things in the field, right? I don't think a lot of people have that reoccurring dream. You don't have that?
Marigolds in the hand. He's a nitty bitty boy in the hand.
In my hand. Marigolds.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty dramatic though. She's like, I lost everything, and it's like there were just a few marigolds. I'm ruined.
She was kissing them.
But I think it's almost like one of those that classic, I don't know, analogy or idiom or saying where it's like, if you grasp too tightly to something, it'll like fall through your fingertips like sand.
Oh yeah.
But in this case, it's marigolds that are. And dirt and a little bit of water from her face because she was crying. But yeah, she just was clutching. I think she got wrapped up in the beauty of these marigolds, wrapped up in a beautiful thing, and clung was just too obsessive with it and clung too hard. And, with her nurturing, it grew and it grew at a fantastic rate. And maybe in a way she created a monster with it. But then her obsession just went next level and it grew out of control, much like the marigold. And literally it ended up pinning her and crushing her, which is crazy because I think a lot of times in life, it can kind of be like that. It do be like that sometimes though, where you love something, you try so hard, you cling to it, you nurture it, and you can see it's improving, but maybe you just go a little too hard or a little too far with it. And then that thing either ends up outgrowing you or needing to just get away from you because you sort of lost track of what was beautiful about it in the first place. That can happen with obsession.
Yeah, we've definitely touched on that even from the fandom stuff too, right? Where it becomes a burden almost, what you're holding, what you're carrying, even though you love it, even though you might give it a little kiss, apparently. I think, the idea too of it becoming such an obsession that it buries you. And become like it consumes you. And you kind of already touched on this, but I'm reinforcing that aspect because if that's all you are, or that's all you care about, and that's all you do, where is that? Where does that start or end, and where do you start, kind of thing? You know what I mean?
Yeah, it can be absolutely crushing. And like, let's say it's this new artist that you get into, this new rapper that you're like, oh, awesome, and you start out, you genuinely love this person's music, and then it grows into almost like an obsession. You're like, another song, another feature, another album, another EP. Well, this one's remixed, and
yeah,
you're like, well, I want to get the dopamines or whatever, that feeling again that I got, like how good that song was, how good the delivery was, whatever it was about it. I need more of that. I need as much as I can because that's what's going to make me happy. So now I've become obsessed, almost more with the collection of it than actually enjoying it, which I think sometimes people fall into. Like,
yeah,
I'm going to go off on a kind of a tangent a bit, but like, I don't really watch TikTok like that, but I have seen some things where like, people have their hobbies. They might love books, like reading is their hobby, but they might just gobble up book after book after book, like just buy a crazy amount of books, doubles of a book, whatever it might be. And they start to show off their bookcase and how many books they have. And it almost manifests into, you're not really getting any joy out of reading anymore. You're collecting. You're trying so hard to fill this hole. You're losing track of like the actual hobby itself. And maybe that's what happened. She loved the marigolds. She thought they were beautiful, but then she just started doing too much. And just trying to care for it like to the nth degree, and she just lost sight of it, unfortunately. It's like that, I don't know, like a Vice and Men, where it's like, I pet the pretty bunny rabbit. I love him. Oh, I loved him too hard. His head fell off. Like,
yeah, Lenny pets the rabbits, right?
Oh, Lenny.
Yeah, I mean, because she, like you said, she was saying like, I'm losing everything. And it's like, but you're not losing yourself. But at that point, you've become so entwined with it, or it's so much part of you that you feel like you're losing everything, yourself included. And it's like, no, just that field with the marigolds are leaving. So just part of you. So maybe step back and say like, where do I start and where does this end? Where's the divider? I got to make sure I have an actual real divider of time, energy, focus, other hobbies, whatever it is, right? You can't just be all encompassing with this one marigold field. How many times do you think she said marigold, by the way?
Oh, at least 59. It's hard too, because I think a lot of times people get caught up in like, and I'm going to maybe butcher this. I hope I don't, but it's in like the, Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance novel, where they talk about two different types of love. The more romantic love, I think it's called, and then the classic love. And the romantic love is like, man, I love being on a motorcycle and driving this motorcycle and having the wind rustle through my hair and my short and curlies, and it feels good. I'm not wearing pants on the motorcycle. I love it. No, but you love, you not that romantic with it, but you just love riding a motorcycle, driving a motorcycle. But then there's the classical love too, where it's more like, how does it work? What are the parts? Let me put together the parts and things. And some people might like love cars, for instance, and love driving them and love collecting them. But they're not like gearheads. They don't, they're not mechanics. They don't care about the classic aspect. And I think it's wonderful if you can appreciate something in either regard. You can appreciate it for what it's composed of, or you can appreciate the thing itself, or you can do both. And I think that's always the goal. But with either of those two things, you can get carried away, much like the woman was, just becoming way too obsessed. So I think it's tough. When you love something, sometimes you got to say, you know what? Let me love this for what it is. Let me not make this a chore, because once I start making this like a labor of love, sometimes you just end up with a bunch of dead flowers in your hands and tears all over the dirt.
And just as the tattoo on your lower back says, Vince.
Oh, you mean I'll try anything twice?
No, not that one. When you love something, set it free. Okay, the DVD player should be plugged in.
Okie dokie. Where's the button to bake this lovely silver mini pizza pie? I just added some more pepperonis and banana peppies for a little kick.
Dude, it's not a pizza, it's a DVD, and that's not an oven. It's a DVD player.
Oh, you and your trinomial nomenclature. Hey, don't throw those toppings in the trash. Throw them in the invincerator, a.k.a. me belly.
Mwah. Okay, you little sliver of silver heaven. Off you go on to your next adventure. They grow up so fast.
You haven't called me your little sliver of silver heaven in ages. And what's all this about an adventure? Going? Where am I going?
Steady breaths, my sweet simpleton. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the DVD.
That silver slut has been a homewrecker with a sideway eye since it enticed me to slather it with toppings, looking like a sexy little cyborg pizza from the future.
I agree. It's hot as fuck. But we really must educate ourselves so that we, too, can be a fully functioning family full of fanciful manifestations of fulfillment.
Well, as long as I can put on the Icelandic captions and, take a dookie break about halfway through, I'll sit and watch this thing.
Hey gang, I'm Derek from Derek's Pizza Pit, and boy, am I ever pizza least to meet ya.
What the fuck?
Well, now that you've joined the team, we need to truly align our focus like that of a perfectly creased calzone.
We don't even make calzones.
Well, when you think about it, a pizza is a lot like a hot circle of trust. Won't you be in my inner circle? We'll conquer this thing called teamwork and maybe even learn a little something along the way. Oh, excuse me. I must make room.
Oof. What?
For a trust fall. Yowie, I think I'm bleeding a bit from my ear.
Oh, that's a lot of marinara.
Now, for our first team building block.
Man, this team building video is making me hungry.
Now, Vince, we're all hungry. We can't wait to get some food, mash it with our teeth, swallow it down, then off to the throne so it can swim with the others. But first, we must focus on the video first.
Now that you're in the hot circle of trust with me, we can slice up portions of our trust and toppings policy. Oh my, I'm such a cut up. Some say a cut above the rest.
No one will ever say that.
There are many kinds of trust, just like there are many kinds of toppings. Okay, now on to the second block, our open oven policy.
Okay.
Much like our jalapeno poppers, we don't hide behind our true intentions. Everything is out in the open when it comes to our open oven policy. For example, if you have a problem with how hilarious your boss is, you know, the one who pays you in checks and gives you free extra toppings, maybe you should engage in dialogue with him about how hilarious he is, rather than making snide comments under your breath and or rude hand gestures.
Fuck off.
Well, that reminds me of our third block, the no large language model. The use of offensive or nasty put-downs are strictly off the menu. Okay, now take a moment to pause and flip that DVD over to side 2 for our last and final block entitled, The Handshake. I don't trust no one that ain't got no firm handshake, that's all I know about it, partner.
Ooh, time to stretch my legs like sweaty mozzarella.
Okay, and then let's serve up the next piping hot saucy dream before we flip to side 2. Okay, Vince, this next dream is from friend of the pod, Michaela of Dream Party Hotel. All right. Dream Party Hotel is a place of hospitality to share connections and explore the depths of humanity through your dreams. Visit dreampartyhotel.com to find out more. You can also follow on Instagram at dreamparty_hotel and check out the Substack at Dream Party Hotel. Now, on to Michaela's dream.
January 21st, 2026.
Captain's log.
Butters Department Store. So I'm coming in late for a workshop, and I'm trying to find a place to sit in a circle, kind of scrambling around, see what materials I need, pen, notebook, do I have everything, etc. When I find a place to sit, though, it turns into more of a birthday party with structured activities. So we're going to go through these activities, but I guess the first one is sleeping.
It's my kind of party.
So we fall asleep on the floor. At least I fall asleep on the floor under some blankets.
There's a fort.
And when I wake up, these people had let their dogs, relieve themselves in the room.
Ick.
Which I was confused about because there was a yard outside. But apparently, we weren't allowed to ask the dog owners about it or complain because they were very sensitive.
A yard too far.
So, okay, I get up, I move on. There's one friend from my life there, Alex. But he's the only person I recognize from my waking life, although I feel some sense of familiarity with the group. I approach one girl who's organizing a smaller group within the larger group, and I ask if I can join, and she says yes, but the only rule is that I have to agree to not pass around any objects during the circle, because that is a masculine energy, and this is a women's only sitting group. And I say, fine with me.
Harsh in the buzz.
At some point, I watch my friend Alex, who I recognize, play a show. He's like singing. There's someone playing an instrument. Everyone watches for entertainment. Okay. The next activity is that they want to play a lawn game. And so we all stand up and we're outside on a big field. And it begins, but there weren't any instructions or rules. So I'm kind of just lightly jogging around this field, trying to figure out what the aim of the game is, what I should do. And I could tell that most people didn't understand the game either.
Little frolic and panic.
And I get very confused. And then I get more confused because some people were acting like they did know the game, like running around with purpose.
Say my first
right?
book.
Especially this one dude who was maybe in his later 40s, and he was running around the field, and every time he got close to me, he was so aggressive and would make physical contact in like aggressive, rough
Just
ways.
one
And I was
time.
like, yo, what the fuck is your problem? What is wrong with you, you know? By the end of the game, 2 chicks are crying from God knows what. I'm not surprised. It was chaos. And we got this dude running around being a weirdo. And again, I'm just like...
That's just Steve.
Starting more and more to feel like everything is strange.
What's the name, Steve, perchance?
After the game stops, we all sit for food. And my friend Alex motions for me to come sit with him. So I go over. He and his friend have pizza. And I was like, oh, I want some. Like, where did you get that?
Derek's.
He was like, oh, it's just in town outside. So I walk outside the door and straight into a kind of early 1900s town, like European town, like from the United Kingdom or something. So I see the pizza shop and I walk up to it, but it's closed. And it's not only closed, it looks like it's been closed for a very long time, like boarded windows and stuff like that. I am, again, confused. How could that be? And then there's a shop open next to it.
Pop-up shop.
The shop next to it, again, in the same like 1900s style. It resembles an image of a turn-of-the-century corset shop from a photograph that I've seen before. But instead of the sign saying corsets, it says
forceps.
butter. So I was like, I have to take a photo. It's so on brand. But I don't have my phone on me, only my wallet. There is a custodian type of man standing outside the shop, aligned with the time period and kind of like fancy butler tux kind of outfit. And he tells me that there's pizza in here.
I don't know about all that.
I was like, in the butter shop, really? And he's like, yes, I'll show you. So he takes me inside.
Don't do it.
And there's people in line, but he helps me right away. Like, he skips them and just helps me. He takes my order. I order
Sauce.
1 cheese, 1 pep slice. And I need to pay, but there's no one at the register. So he's like, okay, well, I can't check you out, but here, come with me to the 6th floor, and we can just get it done super fast instead of waiting for someone to get back. And I was like, okay, sure, we'll take a little adventure.
Don't go.
So I follow him up.
Okay, go.
To the 6th floor. Like, we're walking up these staircases. They're very narrow. They're not like stairwells. They're more like stairs in the middle of a shop, like maybe that you'd find in an apartment, like very
No escalator?
very vertical.
Ew.
And with spaces in between
That's how
them,
Vince sleeps.
and like spaces in between each step. And it's kind of more in like the middle of in the floors instead of like in its own stairwell or on the side or anything. This is a shop. The shop building it's very small and crowded, and it's like a tiny little department store.
Oh.
So each floor has different things on it. But it's like super, super tight and small, like more like somebody's apartment or something. So
Teacups,
up at the
aisle
6th floor, there are the people we need to check me
That
out.
pizza's cold by now.
I stand half in the room and half out because it's so cramped. There's not even really room to walk in. The custodian man speaks to these 2 women who are going to take my payment in a foreign language. I take one more step into the space, but things keep falling, and not even like falling, but more so just appearing in my arms, like sweaters and different like clothes and stuff from this floor of the department store. And so I'm holding my things, I'm trying to put them down and get my wallet, but things just keep appearing in my hands, like almost in a clownish sort of way, where I'm like kind of fumbling trying to get my things, but things keep piling onto in my arms. And that is the scene.
Quite a scene, man.
Quite a scene indeed.
Wow, there was a lot to unpack in that bad boy. I can't help it. She said a couple of times, custodian man.
Yeah.
So like I'm like custodian man. They're like, it's a superhero.
Yeah.
He'll wash you real good if you get out of line.
Or I think of like a terrible 1990s alternative rock grunge band like Custodian Man, Custodian Man.
Washing my dreams down the drain.
We got a hit on our hands.
Yeah, that's crazy. So I mean,
I loved at the top with the like the dogs peed on him, and she's like, there was a yard right outside. It wasn't the fact that they peed on him, but the fact that they could have gone right outside. It's like it can be both. It can be both. It's okay.
So I got almost kind of like it felt like almost like a kid's slumber party, like. Okay. Like it felt like the birthday was, and I could be completely wrong, but like sometimes I'll dream and I'm like, oh, I feel a lot younger, or I'm younger than I am. I'm younger in my dream than I am in real life. Like I'm a kid in this dream, or like
yeah.
So that's kind of what I got, because like, there are things that like are beyond regular comprehension. Like a lot of times kids are like, well, this makes sense to me. How come the adults say this isn't a thing? So like elements of that, like where it's like, oh, the dogs have to pee on the floor inside. Well, can we know a reason why, or we can't know why? Is it just because we're just kids? We don't know no better.
Oh, that's interesting.
But like, also the elements of like, it felt like a slumber party, like they're sleeping on the floor. Like, once you get to a point where like you're an adult, there's like furniture, or there are beds or things. If you're invited to like come stay over at a place, it's my birthday, stay the night. Usually there'll be like a futon or whatever. So I don't know. Maybe that just...
Or just on the floor even, right?
Sure. Like a child would. No. But I'm just saying,
yeah,
when I was
that's
a kid...
what I thought you were saying, like a child.
much more often than not when you're a kid. So it was weird too, because like it was just one friend that she mentioned she recognized. And there were all these little groups. And that can happen a lot in adulthood, where you get like groups or cliques, but like, especially when you're a kid, you'll be like, well, that group looks fun. They might be more fun than my group. Let me go talk to them. And they're playing this game and nobody really knew the rules to it. And a bunch of people, like, it almost felt like they were faking, like they knew the rules. Like, we totally know the rules. What are you talking about? Much like children would do. Like a lot of times when a kid's like, I made a game, come play it with me. And it's like, what are the rules? You'll find out as I make them up. So it kind of had elements of that too, where it's like, you're sleeping. It's a birthday party. And I think also when you're older, like an older adult, you just go out to like dinner with some friends, or maybe a little vacation or something. Like an actual birthday party, I think adults still have them, but like birthday parties, I often associate like, oh, that's like a little kids do that kind of thing. So it's like a birthday party, it's a slumber party. There are all these weird rules about why the dogs, can't whiz outside, and maybe it's just a thing that the kids just don't understand. And then
like the games. Yeah,
the games where it's like, I know the rules, no you don't. And then like also the confusion, like sometimes when you're a little kid, I remember when I was in town a lot of times, my parents would drive past this church and I'd be like, whoa, Disney World. And when I was like 3, I thought this church was Disney World. And I saw this dude with a robe come out and my mind was like blown, and I'm like, childhood over, that's not Mickey. And it's like, no, it's I remember like clearly being laughed at, like, no, you little dim, like that's a church, that's not Disney World. So I think sometimes too, when we're kids or we have that awe and wonder, we might see things that are out of place, like how she saw the old like the pizza shop was in an old-timey village type place. And I just felt like listening to it, for some reason I was using the lens or the mindset of, it feels almost like maybe we're dreaming and we're kids. I don't know, that's where I went with it. What do you think there, Joshy?
I think that's a good take, honestly. I think that's But she kind of held both two at the same time, right? She could be the kid, like where she's seeing it, but she also knows she's an adult. So there's confusion, right?
Right, and maybe the whole time she actually was an adult, and all the rest of them were adults too. I just had I just went with something kind of crazy, but like a lot of the dream felt like bait and switch. Like, wait, the dog should go outside, but they're whizzing inside. I should be able to pay for this pizza quite easily, but I have to go up to the 6th floor. It almost feels like each time she's kind of set up to believe something's one thing and it's totally different.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden she like just starts to have all these clothes and things in her hands, and it's like, oh geez, and I just want to pay, and why is everything so complicated? I'm going to go back to the kid thing again, because like for kids, it's like, why do parents make things so complex? Like, why do they have to worry about, oh, let me get this, and this costs this much, and this costs this much. Just give me 3 money for all those things, and we'll call it even. You know, because that's how kids talk. I want 3 money.
Yeah.
But, you know, whether an adult or not, each thing was like kind of a bait and switch. It was just, it was very strange. And then the 6th floor, that number, even by itself, kind of sinister and kind of serpent-like, 6th. And she was kind of like, it felt like being misled.
Yeah.
Or maybe it was just a wacky, crazy world, and those were the rules. Because again, what were the rules in the game? And then now she was dealing with a game. What are the rules? Now it's like in life, what are the rules here? The place seems it seems outdated. It's boarded up, but somehow there's a line. There's a corset shop. Then there's a super tiny department store, which seems counterproductive, because if it's a department store, it should at least have a decent size to it, because there's a lot of stuff and there's not there. So it's like, oh, this isn't really a department store. It's really just a souvenir shop. Hee hee hee.
Got ya.
Or you can buy little mini refrigerators or washer dryer combos or whatever. So I for whatever reason, it kind of came to me like, oh, maybe things don't make sense because, you know, you're kids and it's looking at it from that viewpoint, or it's just, this is just a world that's not necessarily meant to make sense. You're learning the rules now, and the game without rules was foreshadowing, hey, you know, they play that game without rules, or didn't seem to have rules, and some people knew what was going on. Well, now it's the next phase in life where it's actual life. And guess what? In actual life, sometimes you don't know the rules. Oh, I have 2 piping hot slices of pizza that are scalding me alive. Would sure love to pay for these. Nope. You got to go up to the 6th floor, and this custodian man will help you out and get you all set up. And then he didn't even know what was going on. Yeah. So, yeah.
I know. It's a lot of confusion. That's one thing I kind of like jotted down. I feel like there's lots of confusion in that whole thing. Even, I don't know if you mentioned this, there was the women only thing. They're like, we're not doing this as masculine. And then, but Alex was
masculine
part of
energy and whatever. Because that was interesting to me. So it's like, I didn't realize, and maybe that is a thing, I'm just ignorant to it, but like with the other group, they're like, don't pass whatever objects around to us, because that's a very male gesture, which, I mean, maybe that is. I could see how passing things to someone could be gender neutral, or could only apply to a man or a woman, depending on the situation, right?
Yeah.
Like if it's my grandmother and she's like, I just made you this delicious bowl of soup and some pie. Don't hand me that, Grandma. That's masculine energy. Yeah. I don't want it. I want Grandma's feminine energy pie. I do not want like that toxic male crap. Get it out of here.
But isn't there a proper like pass only to the left?
Oh yeah. Yep. And
like at a dinner table too. Like, so there's also rules and things. I don't know. Maybe it's to the right. I don't really know. But my point is there is a correct direction. So there's rules. Once again, that's kind of like the adult life. And you're like, why does it matter if I go across the table?
Yeah. Is that an actual rule in real life, or, because I've never heard of it, or is it just a rule within the dream? Or maybe it's a thing of like, with people who are like dream experts or you know, really into it, maybe that is a thing. There are certain human actions or body language that people use that might express a certain gendered energy to it. And, you know, in some vibes, you might not want intense male energy. You know, if you're just trying to relax in the sauna, you don't want someone slamming in and being like, let's go, and smashing beers into their heads and shotgunning beers and, you know, doing keg stands in the sauna. You're like, nope, no, you're not that energy. This is not what we need. You get it. You're a guy. Congratulations. Who cares? Sit down. Yeah, I could see sometimes you don't want male energy or you don't want female energy or certain gestures because, in the wrong context, they could be offensive or annoying. Much like, your Uncle Louie, who's, 60 years old, shirtless, smashing a beer into his forehead, being like, yeah, sauna, let's go. I think ultimately, though, it's not knowing what the rules are and just sort of, just trials of life. Like sometimes it's trial and error, or sometimes you have to rely on the kindness of strangers to sort of guide you through these strange new worlds or processes. And I think she handled it with much aplomb. I think, she was very gracious and decent. I mean, she did seem perplexed at points in the dreams. I would too. All of a sudden, it's like, I got to walk up all these steps that are like super dangerous and there's gaps in between them and very like Indiana Jones style, just so I can pay for this pizza. And then all of a sudden I have all these clothes in my hands now too. Like, how am I going to juggle all this? I got to reach for my wallet. This is such a pain. Like, yeah, like what are the rules? Like it's tough. The game of life. Maybe we just play the game of life.
I'll go get it.
Okay.
See you at the game table.
Okay.
All right, Vince, here's side 2 of the DVD.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy, we're moving faster than our delivery service. Now that you have the foundation in place, it's time to make nice and shake hands with your future.
The cheese is hotter than lava. It's burning me alive. Why would you shake hands with someone while holding a hot slice?
Well, that's just the type of service you can expect from Derek's Pizza Pit. And now that you've completed the team building training, you're ready to move on to DVD number 2, How to Make the Perfect Pizza Pie, the Derek Way.
I'm going to get shocked.
Haha, that's right. You'll be shocked by how delicious your future will be. Just like my Nona used to scream, "Oi, buon appetito!" We'll see you for DVD number 2.
And I'll see you in court.
I have a slight suspicione that was meant as a training video for a pizza joint. Maybe it's just me because I'm so hungry.
Agreed. I think we're both very hungry. Let's say we go grab some foam fingers and head to Derek's Pizza Pit.
Perfect suggestion, my dearest of Joshua's. That DVD just about direct us.
I think they need a new director. Wait.
Do you have another one?
Well, wait.
Derek something. Am I right?
Thanks so much for tuning in to Cool Side of the Pillow. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe wherever you get your podcasts so you never miss a dream. Want more? Head over to coolsideofthepillow.com to grab some merch, get your links, and more importantly, send us your dreams. That's right, we want to hear them. You can email a text version to dreams@coolsideofthepillow.com. Or, if you're feeling bold, send us a voice message. Try to keep it around 3 minutes or less, and we just might feature it and give it the full dream interpretation treatment. More of a visual person? Subscribe to Cool Side of the Pillow on YouTube. And don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Cool Side of the Pillow Pod Official for updates, wacky content, and other weird dream stuff. Until next time, sleep tight, dream deep, and stay cool.
fall asleep, you enter this vestibule. There's about a dozen doors, and every night one door opens, and one dream theater troupe comes tumbling out. The nightmare group comes out. Oh, it's the clown with chainsaws for tits. Hello, we'll be your nightmare. Or it's the having sex with someone famous. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Scarlett Johansson. Here we go. Or it's the naked at school dream. Or it's the, I gotta go take this test that I haven't studied for. All those classic ones.
Growing little baby boy in the hand. Grow marigolds in my hand. In my hand. In my hand. Grow marigolds in the hand. Marigolds in the hand. Marigolds in the hand. Marigolds in the hand. In the hand. Marigolds. Growing little baby boy in the hand. Remember that song? What's that song? The Whole World in His Hands?
Yeah, Baby Marigold in My Hand.
Oh, yeah.
It was a single by that person that sang it.
I hate that word marigold, but I love that song.
Right.